Good morning. Happy Thursday. Oh, it's Thursday for this recording. It's going to go with the title. That is so on point. I pray that you guys are well, that you're feeling good. This is Couch Chronicles, episode 6. I'm coming to you during the week of Teacher Appreciation Week, so that's why you see the sign in the back, as well as the week before Mother's Day. I was telling someone earlier, I don't think that it's by happenstance, and it's also shout out to our Nurses Appreciation Week. I don't think it's by happenstance that two of the most nurturing positions, the week that they're celebrated, comes right before Mother's Day. So just a little commercial to not forget to thank any nurses that you know or that you see when you go to your doctor's visits, any educators that you know, and of course, don't forget Mother's Day coming up on Sunday. Um, so today is Thursday, and I just want to come to you with this quick topic that I'll try to keep myself together for this one because it's really hitting home and it's giving me um, a couple just like self reflection moments. So, because of that, I will try to not get watery eyed. You know how like onions get in your eyes sometimes? I'm going to try to keep myself together, but it really is a topic, as all of them, but especially this one that is near and dear to my heart. So today's topic on Thursday is train your thoughts. Okay? Train your thoughts. So just something really quickly I just want you to think about. What are you telling yourself about yourself? What are you telling yourself about yourself? Because you think something of yourself every day. So what are you telling yourself? Okay? Your success depends on you. The next thing I want you to think about is what do you need to set up for yourself or prioritize, to use a better word, to get to your next level. So those are a few questions that will just come up, and I'll kind of try to address during this segment of Couch Chronicles 6 of training our thoughts. Okay, so I'm an analogy person. I always think about like real life examples to help me better comprehend something. So right now we're in the season of spring. Might not feel like it on some days because some days it's super cold, then some days it gets to like 80. But you know, if you're from the DC area, that's what our springs are like, right? So think about this. We are currently in the season of spring. So what spring cleaning do you need to do in your mind, in your thoughts, to ensure that you will reap the best harvest in this season? So I'm not a gardener. I don't have a green thumb by far, but I do feel like around spring, many of us take time to clean out our closets. And maybe you have the space where you take out your winter clothes and put in your spring and summer clothes. Or even if you don't have the space, you move them to the back, or you start thinking about what do you need to purchase, or do you need some new sandals where you're gonna show your toes, or do you need some new caps because you know it's about to be warm season and you might be outside if we weren't on quarantine a little more often, right? So we do that when it comes to spring almost um, without even thinking about it. It's like an automatic, and we might all do it at different points, but I feel like everybody kind of does that during that spring season. But do you ever take time to actually clean out your mind like you clean out your closet? Okay? And that may seem uh, like simple, but it's actually a lot of work. If you don't take time to clean out your mind, then your thoughts can have you have different realities that you never wanted to experience. So I found two quotes just as I was looking up. So one of them says, "Your thoughts create your reality. Your mind is more powerful than you know." And that was by Neil Walsh. Another one is, "Your life is a reflection of your thoughts. If you change your thinking, you change your life." And that's by Brian Tracy. So I really am going to share in a couple of seconds some of my personal thoughts that I've had toward myself and that I even still continue to work through. But when I realized that I should think differently, I started experiencing differently. So these two quotes that I just shared mean a lot to me. I'm also going to share, you guys always know I have to throw in a piece of the word. I have the scripture. I'm a Message Bible person, and I love the Message Bible because it sounds like somebody like literally having a conversation with you, okay? So I'm going to come from Philippians 4 8 through 9. And it says this: summing it all up, friends, I'd say you do best by filling your minds and meditating on things true, noble, reputable, authentic, compelling, gracious, the best, not the worst, the beautiful, not the ugly, things to praise, not things to curse. Put into practice what you learned from me, what you heard and saw and realized. Do that, and God, who makes everything work together, will work you into his most excellent harmonies. That's a whole paragraph. If you look it up in the Message Bible, it is a paragraph. But if you take time to break it apart, if I could put it in one line, it's saying check your thoughts, train your thoughts, think what God thinks of you. So, again, I'll just share some personal experiences, some of my thoughts that I've had toward myself. And some of my thoughts are from my most recent health challenge, but some are just also from life, just going through life. I was telling one of my friends the other day, just because I had the challenge that came up, it's almost 3 years ago in the fall, because it started in 2017, didn't mean that the rest of my life stopped. Like, just because I was dealing with a health challenge didn't mean financial challenges didn't try to come, family challenges didn't try to remain present, work challenges weren't there. I went through so many things at the same darn time. And when they say it rains, it pours, I really believe that can be true. But even through that, I just remember thinking, like, yo, can anything else go on? Let me use that thought for an example. When you think, can anything else happen? Or what else can happen? Guess what? Something else can happen. Yep. Then if you verbalize it, then you really put it into the atmosphere, giving the enemy a little bit of leverage to use that to make you go through your situations differently, right? So here's some of mine. When I was going through my experience, one was that I might die. Cancer is not something to play with, but cancer also doesn't trump price, right? But just going through it, just being transparent, I literally had multiple thoughts about dying. And so when I changed my thought from I might die versus I will live, I went through it differently. Like, literally, nobody did anything to me. I changed my thoughts, right? Here's another one. Sometimes when we're going through things, we say, this is too much. But instead of saying that, how about you think God will carry you through everything that you ever experienced in your life? Not only will he carry you, guess what, guys? He went there before you did. So nothing is a surprise to him. Nothing. So when it comes to us, even if it's 10 things at once and you're like, whoa, how am I about to juggle all this? God already knew. He already knew it was going to happen. So just trust him. So start asking him, how should you think about it? Start asking him, how should you walk through it? How can he guide you? Because if you think like he thinks, you'll train your thoughts, okay? Another thing, just reality with, receiving an amputation. I was like, I'll be so ugly. Who's going to like me? Nobody's going to want to see it. I told myself I wasn't going to wear swimsuits. I wasn't going to go to my favorite place, the beach. Ha! Honey, it took, let me see. I think I had an amputation in June. In July, I was in Florida, leg out, bathing suit on. Now, was I a little bit timid? So my first experience, I think I still put on some pants. But by the third day, I think it was, or something like that, that I was there, my leg was out and about for all to see, and I did not care. But it's because I switched my thoughts. Because if you focus on the thought that you're going to be ugly, guess what? You're going to think you're ugly, and the whole time you're just as beautiful as you want to be. But that was a physical thing I had to deal with. Another thing is not being good enough, but knowing that with God you are more than enough. And that's a thought just not connected to that season, but just in life period, at work sometimes, in your personal life, in your financial relationships, in your relationships with other people, just like, am I doing good enough? Am I enough for them? But are you enough for yourself? Are you enough for yourself? So train your thoughts. Another thing that I think we always do, and I'll end it right here, is the what ifs. I feel like as a people, we're always like, what if the ceiling falls in? And what if nobody likes it? And what if, excuse my animation, but this is me. So what about the what ifs? What if? What if? Change them up. What if you do succeed? What if you're I'll even use this platform that I've tried to start because of just following God's orders about Couch Chronicles. What if only one person watches? If one person watches and one person's life is changed, then I feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose. So don't let the what ifs that you create, because nobody else said them to you, and sometimes they are external, but just being honest, a lot of times our thoughts that we have are thoughts that we've had toward ourselves, that nobody else told you to have them. You've had them toward yourself. So don't be the barrier to your own success. Okay, so just summing it up, train your thoughts and do it daily. One of my other co-workers slash friends, I'll say, more so friend, has given me an idea. She shared about writing a thought journal, and I had never thought of that. So I'll throw that in there as something to think about doing. Consider doing a thought journal and just write down thoughts about yourself that you have throughout the day, throughout the week, and then see what happens. And don't try to like not put the bad ones down. Put the good and the bad, but just train your thoughts. Check yourself. When you hear yourself have a negative thought that's not pure, that's not beautiful, that's not of praise, just check it, because they're going to come, but make sure you check it. All right? Until next time, I pray that you have a great day. I pray that your mind is clear and able to receive. And I pray that every day you have nothing but great thoughts toward yourself and others. All right? Till next time.